All right, check it out, friends. Today we have the Milwaukee M18 FUEL 6-gallon wet dry vac. This has been around for about 2 years. It's very amazing, and now I have a brand new one to open up to show you guys, along with every accessory that is available for this too. So we're gonna unbox this for about 1 minute, and then we're gonna really get to the test so you can see how this works on some practical cleanups. So let's go. All right, very nice premium flex hose. It's either 8 or 9 foot long, locking ends. This end right here locks on to the vacuum. 2 rigid tubes, each just under 20 inches long, so probably like 39 inches overall, roughly. And then we have the base. 4 locking casters. That's it. We'll quick start out looking at the cart right here. In another language, it's called the chariot. Kind of interesting. So yeah, they have really nice wide tabs on there for locking the casters. So if you want to lock all 4, you can keep this. If you have like a sloped driveway or something, you wouldn't want this rolling down. So right here is the release. You can see that. So if you want to walk around with just this and you don't need the cart, it looks like a really quick and easy setup. There's a tab right there. This end goes there. That end just pushes down. And I think, let's see, can you reverse it? Yeah, so it is reversible. You don't have to have it one way or the other. So if you want to put it that way, that's nice. So I just want to point out this is model 0910-20, and this is a tool only. So right here's where the battery goes, and it takes any M18 battery, like the 6 amp hour right there. So right up top here, we have a little bit of storage. So right here is a crevice tool, and then this right here is a floor tool. All right, so here's how you get inside of here if you want to empty it or get to the bag inside. So tab on each side, lift it up right there, and you can see it comes with this blue pleated filter right there. All right, so right here, this is an accessory that you can buy. Yeah, so this is called a fleece dust bag. So you can go ahead and you put that right there over this, and that will collect all the dust in here, and it'll just prolong the life of your filter right here. So it's going to cost you a little bit of money to take these, and they'll fill up. It'll get pretty thick, and then you just toss them out. I know some people empty them to try to get more life out of them, but they're intended to just be tossed. So right here is where the fleece goes in, just like that. And then this will just lay flat on the bottom. Yeah, that's pretty slick. And then that inlet will go in that hole right there. It just lines up perfect. Just make sure nothing's catching it. So I want to show you on here that this is really set up well to manage the hoses and all the accessories. It's not where things are falling off when you move it. Everything is really built with a purpose. So let's take a look at that. So here's the cart. You can just see where the different tubes and hoses go on there. Actually, we turn it this way and just push it down on there, and that's locked in place. You can put the other one right next to it. That's locked in place, nice and solid. So you can just see they're not going anywhere. So this has a locking end right here, as I mentioned before. So you just twist, and that's not coming out. All right, let's just put the 6 amp hour battery in a second. And we have a high and a low. There's low. There's high. All right, so when you're done with this and you want to go ahead and store it, you can just leave that right there, like this. Go right there. And then right here you have this little like bungee item. So if you pull this, it'll clip on to right there. So look at that. The hose isn't going anywhere. So if this is something you're going to bring to a job site, you're not going to have to deal with the hose and all those different things. So right here we have all the different Milwaukee vacuum accessories, and you're going to probably want to get like 2 or 3 of them. I think some of these are very handy. Just depends on what you're doing, your type of application. For me, I really like this dust collector right here. This one is very awesome. Great for drywall dust, and I'm going to show you how each and every one of these work in a follow-up video. And then if you want to store these on here, there's another option that you have. So this right here is the vacuum tool storage bag. Really well built, and it has these hooks on here which clip on the top here. I'm going to show you in just a second. So I'll just show you on the inside. This is never going to look so clean. So around vacuums it gets pretty dusty. So right here you have room for some tools, and then right up here is a zipper pocket. So maybe you want to store like a fleece bag in there. You can do that, or maybe some other accessories that are flat. And that's just this top half. So on this half down here, opens up right here in the middle. So you can see how that opens up. So I'd say for somebody who's doing car detailing, maybe a HVAC person, someone who wants to have more than 3 tools, you just have a lot of options right here. And these have that Velcro hook and loop system. So you can configure this however you want. You could store some optional batteries in there. So let me show you how this mounts on top of this. So you can see how this is nice and flat, as well as this, and that just lays right on top of there. And then there's elastic straps with a metal hook, and they just go into that tab. Same on this side. So you can see this isn't going to fall off. All right, so now I think I am ready to test this out on something very practical. So it's actually New Year's Day today, and I have a big cleanup, which is our Christmas tree. Let's go inside the house and I'll show you what we have there, and then we're going to put this to the test and see what accessory works really well for all those needles. It's a blue spruce that we have, so let's go. All right, so out of curiosity, let's just see how much that fleece bag filled up. So the filter is completely clean, no dust, no pine needles in there. Everything is contained in this right here. So yeah, it's probably, there's still a lot more room for that to fill up. If you look in there, you can see a bunch of pine needles. All right, so I just made some sawdust with my chainsaw. If you can tell me what this yellow sawdust is from, let me know. All right, as you can see, I have some pine needles stuck in there too, so this will be a good test, seeing how it picks all this up. We'll try it first with a low speed. I would say that's picking up very nice, very fast. All right, Leo, what do you think? Hey, do you like this vacuum? Let's try the high speed. Try this right there, see how that works. Yep. So I've had this filter right here for a while, and I was just looking at the back of the box, and this is a chart showing all 3 of the filters. So the blue one is the one that comes on there, and that's for fine particle dust, drywall dust, sawdust, things around the shop. The white one right here is a HEPA filter, so if you want to do concrete dust cleanup, that silica dust, that will be compliant, make you OSHA compliant for that. And then the filter in this box is the foam wet filter. So right towards the end of the video, we're going to see how this does drawing up some water. So before we do, I want to quick go over some of the specs. I'm going to give you the dimensions of this setup right here. So the overall height is 24¼ inches tall. Overall length right here, including the hose, 32 inches. And the width right here is 19 inches. The weight of this, without the battery, 26 pounds. So I have my decibel meter right here. We're gonna get a test on that. So I'll hold it up here. Put on low first. Okay, it's right about 76 or 77. Let's go on high. We're right between 79 and 80. So yeah, it's definitely much quieter than some other ones I've had in the past. And a couple other important stats, 87 CFM and the peak horsepower is 3.5. So I have water right to there, which is about 3 gallons. And we're gonna see how long it takes to pump it out with this on high. So in order to do so, first take this, move that out of the way. So we're gonna take this filter off, so you just twist it and pull it off. And this filter is model 49-90-1990. So right here is what it looks like. So one of the questions I get asked a lot is whether you can run it without this, and the answer I would say is no. You want to make sure that you pick up any particles and keep them from going into the motor. There. And then we're going to take the fleece filter out. All right, let's see how long this takes. They're not long at all. So if you want to see what it looks like inside there, yeah, so there was some dirt in there, so you can just see, probably wouldn't hurt to rinse this out a little bit. So if I want to dump this, I can just take this, bring it somewhere, dump it, or my other option is I can roll this outside and then just unscrew the drain plug and then just let it go into the lawn. So I'm not sure my enthusiasm was shown throughout this video, but this is the best wet dry vac that I've ever used, especially battery power, because you get good runtime and it has really good power. So I'm very impressed with it. So I think it might take me a little bit of time to demonstrate all the accessories for this. So plan on 2 weeks from now seeing that one go live. So if you're interested in seeing that and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit that button right down below. And I also have a short playlist of some new Milwaukee tools I recently reviewed, and you can click on that right there. So that's it for now, friends. Appreciate you watching. Also, leave me some comments down below and your questions. I'd love hearing from you guys. Thanks again. See you next time.